conversion, the ex-American country to the divine kingdom. We all know that the government do not create the earth, do not create anything, and do not own anything. Instead, the Almighty Master of the universe, the Almighty eternal supernatural power that has no beginning and no end, create the earth, human race, and all things throughout the universe. The Almighty Master of the universe choose not to have a human soul for himself. Instead, he created true human soul way before he created the earth and human race. The female and a male. The female is the older one, which is the divine daughter. He viewed himself, the authority of himself governing throughout the universe into her. It called the Queen of the Divine Kingdom. And he also created a male soul, the Messiah. Now we all know the Messiah already came on earth as Jesus, the fully man. He did not finish his mission because he's male. So he had to leave the earth. Actually, it was the time for him to leave. At the time, he was 55 years old, which is that what he gave it to me. Before he left, he already said, the another advocate will come. Another advocate will see from the Father the Spirit of the truth that will speak what I already gave it to you. Today's May 24, 2026, the day that the Master of the universe already made the decision, and he gave it to me to deliver to everyone throughout the world, especially the ex-American country citizen. I say it ex-American because during the time that the new earth come out of heaven, the supernatural power beginning left the new heaven down to earth on Christmas Eve, year 2024, and the supernatural power completely descend on earth on January 7, 2025. Attached to this, there was a list of assigned land to all countries throughout the world. The America country did not have the name on the list to receive a land. It means that without land, there's no place to operate the business and no place for people to live, to vote, and to pay tax. Therefore, it fulfilled the Bible prophecy. The America are not found in the end time event. End time it is at right before the new earth come out of new heaven, which is revealed on Book of Revelation, chapter 25, or chapter 21, verse 1 to 6. Now, Mr. Donald Trump, he won the vote in November 2024. The vote was valid, but he sworn in on January 20, 2025, which is at that time the American at the country existence already terminate on January 7, 2025. In another word, that Mr. Donald Trump's won in no country. He just illegally operated from the property called the White House. There's no country. That's why the White House, from the time that it built, already at the World Southern Central Command. That's why this Mr. Trump operating as the Southern commander on earth. That's why you see all this evil going out there, all the hurting. Today's the master universe had been given to me that I must do it. I don't have a free will to choose that I'm gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it. The power already completely descended on earthly ground, which is a lot of government officers working on that already knew that they have been directly communicated with me, such as the Supreme Court Chief Justice John Robert Jr. And the International Court of Chief of Justice President Judge Nawaz Salam, and International Criminal Court President Judge Tomako Aiken. And I also communicated with many other top leaders in the government. Now today's that the Master Universe imposed the exorcism of remove the old America or ex-America country out of the surface of this land. The exorcism already dispersed this morning, which was before I left my work at the financial service in April 7, 1994. I saw the beautiful woman, which at that time I did not know, but it was my female divinity as Queen of the Divine Kingdom. I saw her about my desk. So I like about this much about my desk. So I didn't understand very much, but I left work. I forced to leave work. Back there, as a woman at financial service, I make over $100,000 a year in 1994. But I don't have a free will built to my soul. So the Master Universe tap on my shoulder and say, daughter, you are divine. You are the Father, divine daughter. It's time for you to go and pick up your mission to fulfill the book of Revelations, the ongoing, evolving creation of the earth and human race. That's what he did not say exactly like that, but in a high power, that what was given to me. So I left, and this morning, when I walked out Vons in Mira Mesa, I was walking to my car, and I heard right here, the woman voice say, hello. And I look around, I know it's right here, there's no human on earth. So I ask, who is that? Who is it spoke to me in the female voice? So my brother, Jesus as the Messiah, he was right here, he always here. He said, get in the car and you will hear. So I get in my car, I close my eye. And my divinity was spoke to me very long, but the summary of what she was, my divinity spoke to my soul, say that when my divinity showed myself to my soul back in April 1994 was the beginning of the journey that I went for the past since 1994 of April until today, May 24, 2026. My divinity look the same one that appeared in Fatima to the children. My divinity told my soul, now Joe, suffering for last all those years is end today. So and my divinity was telling me that your divinity always within you, but not visible. But from now on, your divinity will a lot more visible to you and to the whole world, which is since that I left on like about noon today, May 24, 2026. Since that I keep seeing my divinity as a beautiful woman with a long gown cover the head, keep circling around my physical body. I was crying. I cry because I'm happy that all my suffering since April 1994 until now already, and I'm here to speak June 1st, 2026, effective exactly on the dot at 1 o'clock on June 1st, 2026. The almighty supernatural power already on earth convert the ex-America country government to the divine kingdom. On this affecting June 1st, 2026, the ex-America country Justice Department demands no longer exists. Ex-America country Director of National Intelligence demands. Ex-America country Central Intelligence Agency demands. Ex-America country Department of State demands. All other agencies that are not on the list that I'm going to speak no longer convert to the divine kingdom. It's been effective June 1st, 2026. All the ex-America employee will not be paid. No more salary. No more expensive, whatever the ex-America that provide. No more. It's end. I will send this to Chief Justice Robert Jr. to issue the order. Justice Department, Director of National Intelligence, Central Intelligence Agency, CIA. CIA are really Satan, called devil, 100% operated. And Department of State, no more. Okay, and no more salary payment effective June 1st, 2026, Chief Justice Robert Jr., all justices, International Court of Justice President Nawaz Salam, you hear me well. No more salary paid to ex-American Country Justice Department, ex-American Country Director of National Intelligence, ex-American Country Central Intelligence Agency, Department of State. Effective June 1st, 2026, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then on the June. The ex-United States passport convert to Queen of Universe continent passport. The ex-United States passport only good until each individual passport expires. It means effective June 1st, it requires me have to beginning to process the creating of the Queen of Universe continent passport and start issue on the June 1st, 2026. Start issue United States passport. The Divine Kingdom currency will be created within 4 years from June 1st. In another word, that the Divine Kingdom have its own currency, and it will beginning to establish within 4 years will come out. The United States dollar will end its value after 5 years from the first day of the Divine Kingdom currency approved for printing. Let me read this again. Divine Kingdom currency will be created within 4 years. The United States dollar will end its value after 5 years from the first date of the Divine Kingdom currency approved for printing. Approved for printing. The exchange rate from ex-US dollar to the Divine Kingdom currency is $2 for $1 of the Divine Kingdom. What the Almighty doing here is low the price of living. Make the currency more value instead like paper, trust. The conversion from the ex-America agency will be horticulture, commerce, and the military. It will be Queen of Universe, Royal Navy, Queen of Continent, Royal Air Force, Queen of Continent, Royal Army. So they will be served Divine Kingdom field office in 25 countries. The energy system will convert. Health and human service will be converted. Global security, house and urban development, law, labor conversion to Queen of Universe, transportation. I mean, all transportation, you're talking about air, sea, and ground. Queen of Divine Kingdom Treasury. Now, everything else is Queen of the Universe. Queen of Universe is the governing operation system of the Queen of the Divine Kingdom. Queen of the Divine Kingdom is almighty, eternal, supernatural power governing throughout the universe. That's why Queen of the Divine Kingdom Treasury. The Department of Veteran Affairs will be suspended for me to look into what happened, and based on the mass of universe given to me. The Environment Protection Agency was suspended for review. Director of the Office of Management and Budget will be converted. 3 representatives. In here I got a dismissal. Administration of Small Business it's suspended, and I will be looking into it and see what the mass of universe given to me. All other ex-American country agency name did not include about either demolished or suspended. I will be include this list with the video so you can read exactly again. Chief Justice John Drabbett Jr. The United Nations, as of June 1st, 2026, require the United Nations to delete everything that has the name of ex-America country. The Almighty Master Order to International Court of Justice President Judge Nawaz Salam and all judges in the court to notify and to make sure the ex-America country and operation led by Donald Trump and his mob movement. There's no country. And what they did was mob, worse than mob. So all the damage that had done since January 20 to 2025, that joy to Donald Trump and everyone that worked with him during over a year. I mean that joy to that estate. Another word that everyone estate must confiscated to pay damage to the war victim. The war victim in Ukraine. The war victim in Russia. The war victim in Iran. The war victim in Middle East. The Palestine. You have to, because of justice for all. This is the only way to end war and violence on earth. Because this Donald Trump and all those that work with him, they earn their estate, they earn their pleasure during the time that they are illegal operating. Well, they know. I already notified them. They know. They can say, "Ha, she no go nowhere." That's why they try to kill General Austin Scott Miller 30 times. The last time it was 2 days ago. They sent the pilot, CIA operative, to Denmark. And because the pilot, my pilot, who is my adopted brother, got sick. So they got in. So what they did, they tried instead fly from Denmark to Washington, which is the Chief Justice already issued order. Clear for my Airbus 319-100 for landing in Washington, D.C. So what the CIA criminal did was he operating my Airbus to other country, and they planning to crash my Airbus in the ocean. My divine Father tell me in that night, he said they're gonna crash your Airbus in the water. That's what they plan. So I hurry up. I send a text to General Austin Scott Miller and Lieutenant General Stuart Red. Later on, the pilot confessed that CIA and FBI joined together. They got General Dan Cannon, but they just put General Dan Cannon because I know General Dan Cannon. I had direct communication with him. He's the one that reached out to me. He's the character is not the evil do guy. So the confession said that they gonna crash my Airbus in the ocean, in Atlantic Ocean, kill everybody. And they say that General Dan Cannon will take my Airbus. I said, that was the number 30 time that they assassinate General Miller. They cannot because General Miller's soul lived from common rate to royal, from Mary to Queen of the Universe, which is the part of myself. He does not marry to Queen of the Divine Kingdom because the Queen of the Divine Kingdom just supernatural power. Queen of Universe is a governing system, the service. That's what he married to. So he is a prince. He portrayed the Messiah Jesus, a fully man, alive. For the Messiah worked through him. I already speak on other video. I don't need to speak this again. So again, effective June 1st, 2025, in pay salary and expensive to all the people work for Justice Department, Director of National Intelligence, Central Intelligence Agency, Department of Justice, no more payment, salary and expenses to them. Chief Justice John Roberts, it's your responsibility to issue this order. The old man appeared to you is the Almighty Master of Universe Center. He lowered himself down to meet your soul and tell your soul to take the case, the assignment he gave it to you. The fulfillment of the book of Revelation. The ongoing evolving creation of the earth and human race. So this conversion from the ex-America country government agency to the divine kingdom is just the beginning. Actually, the ongoing evolving creation of the earth and human race. Remember, Donald Trump sworn in no country. So everything Donald Trump did and people did since January 20, 2025 must require to revert. It have to revert because they're illegal. All those pardoned people have to go back to jail. All tariff tax have to refund. All damage to migrant have to pay. Everything ICE did have to pay. I'm not paying that. The divine kingdom not paying that. It's gonna come out from the estate of Donald Trump, his children that join him, and everyone that work for him. That from their estate confiscated and pay damage. Divine kingdom not gonna pay it. The amount that the ex-America owe me have to be paid to the divine kingdom in full. And I will update the bill and I send it to Chief Justice Robert Jr. and Judge Nawaz Salam. And you have number of days to pay to the divine kingdom in full. I will also post the tax rate beginning January 1st, 2025. Income tax for individual, maximum 25%. Maximum income tax for business, 35%. Now, I know that collect them all, they have to be refunded. Have to refund to the taxpayer. I make sure that. There's no, it is justice that I'm doing here. Justice for all. Gasoline, measure on the ex-American dollars, $2.50. Sales tax, maximum 5%. Real estate, 1%. Remember, real estate maximum 1% value of the property. No terrorist tax. And there's other kind of tax. I don't have exactly the information, but when after the conversion, I will look into that and I will check with the Almighty Master of the Universe to see what says from the blueprint of the creation of the earth and human race. I love people that my brother, the Messiah, and my divinity, supernatural power created them. For them on the earth to gain good deed, for them to take to the heaven, for their eternal life. But war killed them early. They did not have time to earn good deed. You people, the criminal, you're going to have to pay for all of this. You fight out. Goodbye.